So it's just a quick video on weight loss. Now, this is my 2 cents on how to approach the situation and pretty much beat it. Now, it's been a while that I've been doing this, that I've been trying to lose weight and trying to get under control. I've done extreme things like go vegan on a juice-only diet, was vegetarian. I did 10,000 burpees in a month to see what transformation that would give me. I did a whole year of bodybuilding to see if packing on more muscle would help me lean out. There's a few things that I've tried that have been successful, but then I also had to kind of be real with myself and ask myself if this is sustainable. And that's the thing, sustainability. How sustainable is the lifestyle that we choose? Is it going to allow me to do something that I love every day, or is it going to keep me miserable? And every time I look at food, I'm going to tell myself I can't have that because there's too many calories. Now, I had to take that into account, because if I'm walking around and I'm stressed out all the time because I can't do what I want, I can't eat what I want, I can't chill out or whatever it may be, then I'm not really going to be feeling too good about myself. And that's the bottom line. And this is what I realized when I was doing these little tests, these aggressive tests, these vegan diets, these bodybuilding years, all of that. Well, I mean, I learned a few things from them as well. I took the good parts and I just left out the things that I didn't like. So, for example, in bodybuilding, I learned something really good, and that's when I train, when I go to the gym and lift weights, then after that, I can really stack up on the calories because I'm going to be replenishing the muscle, I'm going to be repairing it, building my body up, and it's necessary to eat a lot calorie-dense foods. So that's a great time to fit those meals in. So that told me that, okay, if I really want to indulge in something that's got loads of calories, I better work my ass off in the gym so that I can then eat it, and it will actually go towards building the muscle, and it'll be doing something positive for me as opposed to just sitting there stacking on calories, which is going to turn into fat and which is going to make me miserable if I really think about it. Because when I look in the mirror, I don't really like seeing the fat wobble around, to be honest. I quite enjoy seeing a lean physique. Now, I'm not lean all year round. That's another thing. And that's something that I learned in the gym, because I was always asking questions. When I went into the gym to try and transform my body, I said, I want to achieve this ridiculous transformation in 3 months. I want to pack on all of this muscle in 3 months, and I don't want to get fat because being fat is terrible, or so we perceive it to be. Although now the body positivity movement is bringing fat back into the light as something good. I mean, I think Nike just started their own line of plus size attire. I don't know, we didn't really look into it, I just saw the headline. But that's all happening, and that's cool if you're happy with that. Me personally, I like being lean, or I like being slim, because I've noticed that I perform better, I feel better, I enjoy myself a lot better when I'm looking in the mirror. It makes me feel good. There's a whole bunch of extra things that come with being slim, as opposed to when I was, well, not fat. Even being like 6-7 kilos overweight, I guess that would be classed as fat. It'd be classed as being overweight. But when I feel my stomach jiggle when I'm walking down the stairs, that is the indicator that tells me I've gone too far and I need to do something about my current situation to at least find some form of baseline, which is my stomach not wobbling when I walk down the stairs. So that's how I judge it, basically. It's if my stomach can wobble, then there's an issue, basically. So I was thinking, why is it so difficult to actually lose the weight? What the hell am I doing wrong? Why do I get demotivated at times? What keeps me motivated? And what can I do to tackle the situation? And I realized that I get demotivated when the weekend comes around. Now, I get motivated for the weekend because I'm going to be seeing my mates, we're going to be going out for dinner, we're going to be having a few drinks, but I realized that all of the discipline that I have during the week can actually disappear in the blink of an eye just by having a few drinks, because it relaxes my discipline. And when my discipline gets relaxed, then the problems occur. Just last night, my discipline got relaxed, and at 3:30 a.m., I ate a kebab. Boom. Chips, sauce, loads of fat. Mental. And I told myself, damn. In the moment, it was tasty. It was great. Especially, it seems like a good idea. You know, you're starving at 3 a.m. in the morning. And then I woke up this morning on my sofa with this horrible taste in my mouth. And I thought, damn, I ate a kebab last night. Now, the thing is, I'd usually wake up and, not feel the best and probably eat some more food. But today I decided not to eat just yet. I'm intermittent fasting because I learned, this is something else I learned during these experiments I did, is if I intermittent fast, at least I can kind of allocate those calories that I used yesterday, even though they sat in my body throughout the night and probably did turn a little bit into fat. I can still seize the day and win some of that back by expending those calories in some physical activity. So I'm still toying with the idea of either going for a run, but I messed my knee up a while ago, so I had an operation, so I can't really run. So I'm not really going to be doing so much of a crazy calorie expenditure there. So I might do a HIIT exercise, a HIIT session instead, which is high intensity interval training. So maybe I'll do burpees. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But basically, that's something I learned. So I relaxed myself. I fed off the wagon, let's say, and now I'm trying to deal with it. But tonight, again, there's a birthday. No, it's not a birthday party. It's an event that's happening. A friend of mine is going back to Spain, so there'll be drinks present. There might be food. I don't know what time I'll leave the event, so I might get peckish on the way home. And because my discipline is relaxed due to the fact that I had a few drinks, I'll be in a little bit of a problem if I decide to get sidetracked and pass by a night shop to pick up some crisps, or pass by a pizza place, or pass by a kebab house, whatever it may be. These things are real, so I have to kind of balance them out. Now, if I do indulge, then I have to do something to balance it out the following day. And that's the thing. I was just doing the calculations earlier on, actually. For example, if we just take in an extra 200 calories a day and we don't happen to be doing any exercise, we're not moving, we're not walking enough, we're not doing our 10,000 steps a day, well then, if we do that for a whole year, that's 70,000. Am I getting that right? I don't want to get that wrong. That is 70,000 extra calories that we consume a year. And 70,000 extra calories equates to roughly 10 kilograms of pure fat. That's loads, because there's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. So 2 pounds is roughly a kilo. It's like 90, it's just under a kilo, 900 grams, I think. So, I mean, if that's what's going on, and then alcohol, I think in a beer, there's probably like 200, 300 calories in the beer. So just everything adds up, crisps, all of that. So if 4 days on the trot are great, and then Friday rolls around, and then I go hard on Friday, I go out, I eat burgers, I drink loads, I eat crisps, nuts, all of that. And then the following day I'm hungover and I can't go out for a run, or I can't go to the gym, or I can't exercise, so I just sit on the sofa all day long, scrolling on my phone, which I did do today, which is fearful because I realized that it just sucks the hell out of our time and I don't get anything done. I could have gone for a run. Well, it did rain a little bit, so that kept me in. But I could have done some burpees or whatever the hell I can do in my house, which is loads of stuff. I could have done all of that. And I scrolled for like 45 minutes on the gram. Then I thought about what the hell am I doing? So I was like, maybe I should make a post, which I did, which is why I'm doing this video now, because it came to me. I was like, this is why we get demotivated. And it's the tangible goals that we need. Something tangible, something that we can physically see, touch, so that we can monitor ourselves, so we can get motivated or demotivated. But it won't demotivate us, because if we see what the hell we're doing to ourselves actively, if we're actively participating in not exercising, that's our fault. If we're actively eating junk food when we could be doing something healthy, cooking something ourselves instead of ordering or whatever it may be, then we can put a stop to that. And the best way to do it is to have something visible that we have to participate in. And we have to be real with ourselves. At the end of the day, we have to say, yes, I did do the exercise, and yes, I did drink the water, and yes, I did eat the vegetables and the fruits. And yes, I probably did mess up and have a biscuit or whatever, but it's not the end of the world, because if we're doing some positive habits and we're instilling the positive habits, like drinking water, doing the steps, the 10,000 steps a day, eating the veg, eating the fruit, well then, when it comes time to building the habit, we'll have built it, which takes roughly 2 months to build a proper solid habit. And in the process of building that habit, we can then kind of ease off the excessive eating of biscuits, crisps, junk food, all of that stuff, ready meals. We can kind of balance it out. So we got to build habits. Now, the best way to build this habit, like I said, is to have something tangible. Now, what can be tangible when it comes to weight loss? Because the problem as to why we get demotivated in fat loss is because, let's say I've been unhealthy for 5 years. Let's say I haven't exercised for 5 years. I've been unhealthy because I've been eating ready meals and processed foods, and I haven't really had time to cook, and I can't really cook. So I always go to what's easily accessible, which is ready meals in the supermarkets. Pick up the phone, order whatever it is, Uber Eats, it's all there, Deliveroo. So it's all at the click of a finger, click of a button. And so I'm like, okay, I've wasted enough time. Now it's time to do something about it. But let's say that in those 5 years, I put on 10 kilos, which is doable in a year. If you think about it, it's doable in 2 weeks. I've done that on holiday. I went hard. Like you wouldn't believe, I drank incredible amounts and I ate incredible amounts of junk food. The go-to was McDonald's and kebabs. And I tell you, all of the saturated fat mixed with the sugars in the beer and all of that crap, like it does add on. I guess there's a lot of water weight. But in 2 weeks, 14 days, just over 15, 16 days, I gained 9 kilos. And I was shocked. I was like, what the hell did I just do to myself? And it took like a few months to come off. And so that's the problem. When we have all of this weight to come off, we want it to come off as soon as possible. Within the week, within the first day, we'd like to see some results. So I would be healthy, I would go for a run, and then at the end of the day, I'd look in the mirror and be like, fuck, nothing changed. Then the following day, I'd weigh myself and I'd be like, damn, maybe like 0.3 kgs came off or something. And that's first thing. Just went to the toilet, emptied myself out a little bit. So it takes a while for the water weight to leave. But that's already the progress that we like to see, because we can lose like a couple of kilos of water weight, which is pretty cool. So then that happens, like, okay, step in the right direction. Then at the end of the week, like maybe shift has happened, and then, the weekend rolls around, so that's hard because our discipline gets eased off due to the fact that we go to social events. And that just happens. So this is the obstacle, by the way. It's what is the make or break. Sometimes I find my way, sometimes I don't. And the way I can find my way is to have a reminder of the discipline, of the objective, of why I'm doing it and what I need to do. So I know what I need to do. I need to walk the 10,000 steps. I need to drink the water. I need to eat the vegetables and the fruits, and at specific times. And I need to cut out the processed foods. But the processed foods are everywhere, so that's another battle, another struggle. But I got to minimize them at least, or reduce them. And so, what do we do with the weekend? Okay, well, we got to make an agreement. If I drink, then I shouldn't eat the junk food. But if I do, then the next day, I got to do something to balance it out. And if I don't, well, then I break the chain and I don't get to build a healthy chain. And that's the key. We're trying to build chains here. It's our personal chain. No one else can participate in my chain. It's up to you, it's up to me, it's up to anyone who gets involved in creating the chain to stay consistent and hold themselves accountable to their own personal chain, which is the great thing because it gets us motivated. I like to set challenges and I like to try and achieve these challenges that I set myself. I like to kind of just see how I can do in a little personal test that I set myself. It's quite cool, it's quite fun, it's quite interesting. It tells me a lot about myself, and I like to see if I can push myself. You gotta kind of be a psycho when it comes to you. That's what I think. We gotta be a little bit psychotic in our approach to our health, in our approach to our mental game, because I think it is all mental at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, it definitely is all mental, because it all goes on in our head. It's what goes on in my head that tells me whether I'm gonna get something done or not. It's like, oh damn, like I don't feel good because I woke up not feeling the best, horrible taste in my mouth, ate too many calories the night before, junk food, bad calories as well, and now it's not the best weather outside. The sun's coming through, but I tell you, it's like windy as hell. The rain has been on and off today, and now I'm like, okay, should I exercise? Should I go downstairs into my little home gym, or even in the kitchen? I can do it wherever. I don't need much space. But do I get involved with a 20-minute workout, 10-minute workout that I build a sweat, that I break sweat? What do I do? What do I do? Now I can check my list. This is what I'm talking about. I keep talking about a list and something tangible and visible. I'll quickly show you. Sneak peek. I shouldn't have showed you now, but that way you see what the hell I'm talking about. I just made this. I was like, I need to do something productive with my time whilst I'm figuring out this weight loss thing. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Now, to be honest with you, I'm putting on a little bit of weight. Because I learned a few things when I started all of this craziness. What did I learn? I learned that consistency is key. I learned that being too strict with myself isn't what I like. I learned that I'm not trying to be a fitness model. I don't give a damn about that. I do enjoy the aesthetic appeal. You know, I do enjoy having a good body. But it's not the most important thing because it takes too much time. That's what I realized. It takes too much time and effort that I'm not really willing to put in. I mean, I am willing to put it in, but it's not the most important thing. It takes too much of my time. So if I do have the time to do it, I do it. Whatever time I can allocate to working out and being healthy, I do. That's for sure. That's 100% because I do enjoy it. I enjoy cooking my food. I enjoy exercising because it makes me feel good. I enjoy all of that. It makes me feel good. That's the thing. That's why I enjoy it. That's the number one key why I do it. And like I said earlier, I enjoy looking at myself in the mirror and seeing something that resembles something where you can see some definition. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's what's up. Also, it makes the clothes fit nicer and look nicer. So there's a whole bunch of benefits that come as a byproduct of exercising and being healthy. The problem is there's all of these things out there like food, basically mainly food and advertising that we love because we're hardwired to seek out calories, because unfortunately we have the brains of our ancestors that were hunter-gatherers, that were walking around vast plains of empty land trying to hunt some deer or catch a rabbit or whatever. And the women out there were also gathering for the men. So they would go out and hunt. The women would go out and gather berries and forage for whatever they could find that was edible. So that if the men went out after a long, hard day or a couple of days of searching, hunting, sprinting, trying to get this animal, they failed. They burnt all of those calories. Well, then when they would come back to base, come back to the camp, the dwellings they were staying in, the women would have all of these berries and vegetables waiting for them so that they could then replenish their calories, get some energy, and then try again. Now, the key here is that for a couple of days, they didn't eat. So if they're not eating for a couple of days, that few things here, they survived. They didn't die. But their brains were telling them, when you do catch something, you better eat the hell out of it and store up all of those calories for another time, because we might go a few days, a few weeks maybe without any food, and we need to be able to survive. So we're going to store those calories up as fat. And fat is a good thing because it gives us energy for the hunt, it gives us energy for the traveling and being nomadic. So our bodies are well designed, if you think about it. Fat is vital for our survival and was vital for our survival, especially in the environments we lived in, because we lived in these vast lands with not a lot of food. You know, we had to look for our food, we had to know what we were looking for, and luckily enough, our ancestors knew what the hell they were looking for. But then we settled down in farms and we invented agriculture, and then that changed everything. We had more time to think, we had more time to build stuff, and we built crazy cities where everything is accessible now. Everywhere you look, there's food. We have food everywhere. So we have this brain that tells us to eat the food because we might not come across food for another couple of days and maybe a week. So we freak out subconsciously, and that's why every time we're presented with these high-calorie foods, we indulge, we go hard. It feels great to eat a chocolate bar. It feels great to eat crisps. It feels great to eat fast food. And in all of those products, there's all of the correct ingredients, the right balance to get us hooked. So that's really important to know. And so that's an ongoing struggle that everyone has to face. So the good thing is you can look at someone who's got a great body and you can say, okay, they have the same challenges as I do. And then you can look at the fat person and you say that person didn't give a damn about those challenges and went straight for the food because he was like, you know what, I might starve. And now he definitely won't starve because he's got so much fat. But then he keeps on eating because something not right is going on in his head or her head. And that's causing them to overindulge, and then lack of motivation, fear of failure, maybe not wanting to try something because they might fall off the wagon and then people might laugh at them. It's funny though, like fat people, you know, their friends will tell them you're not fat when they clearly are fat, and that's doing no one a service. If you're telling someone who's fat you're not fat, keep doing what you're doing, and overfeeding them, there's an issue. So the people around you is important. You need healthy people around you. I need healthy people around myself, so that either they say, hey, I'm going for a run, or I'm going to the gym, you want to get involved, or I'm going to play a game of football, tennis, or badminton, or whatever the hell it is. Then I'll be like, yeah, I'll come, I'm down. I want to get some endorphins pumping through my body so I feel good about myself. Or they're like, you know what, let's go down to the pub and have some beers. That's also cool, but there's time and a place. If I do that, I'd like to go for a run, at least do something before I head out. So I need the surroundings, I need to be motivated, I need to have my head screwed on properly so I can get involved. It's important. And even a personal trainer if that's necessary, someone to push me, someone to put my ass in gear so that I get in the gym, a reason to do all of this. That's the purpose. Why do I want to do it? It's a bit of a rant here, but I think this is a good reminder to myself, because as I said, I'm putting on the weight, so I need to lose the weight. There's all of these struggles, these battles. We're hardwired to eat all of this food, and that's why it's so hard to eat vegetables and whatnot. But interestingly enough, if I build a habit of eating vegetables, fruits, walking, drinking the water, and I have a realistic, objective time frame, goal, all of that, then I'm setting myself up for success to achieve my goal, which is now to lean a little bit, to get a little bit leaner. So this is the first day. No, actually I lie. Actually, I don't lie. This is the first day because I made my grid earlier on, and that's the first step, making the grid. I've set the scene and I've set the criteria. I have the criteria. For myself, my goals are a little bit more extreme. So I'm going to have to exercise every day. I'm going to have to do some form of exercise, which I think we should all do. And it could be as basic as getting to 10,000 steps, that is the baseline. Like, we need to do the 10,000 steps. We have no excuse. On our phones, we all have a pedometer, which tells us what we're doing. So if I'm at 7,000 steps, well, then I better go for a walk that evening. And I think 10,000 steps is like 35 minutes of walking. Something like that. It's not a lot. So I need to drink at least minimum two liters of water. I drink 3. So I'm going for 3. But if people drink 1.5, 1 liter of water, that's not enough. Because like 75% of our body or something, 8% is water. So just think about that. We need to be hydrated, because if we're dehydrated, then our organs don't work properly. We get headaches. There's a bunch of stuff. Also, drinking water makes me feel full. It makes us feel full. So if before a meal, or if I feel peckish, I drink some water, then what might happen is I might not be hungry. It was just thirst that I was actually needing to quench, and not food that I needed to put down my mouth. So there's a few things that come with drinking water, and vegetables and fruits also contain water. They're also healthy. They're also low in calories, depending on the fruit or the vegetable. So there's a whole bunch of things that come with that. That's why a baseline to my day is minimum amounts of fruits and vegetables. I got to fit them in. Minimum amounts of water, which is my 3 liters. I got to do my 10,000 steps. And then I got to toss in something. I like tossing in weight training, high intensity interval training, which is going to be every day. If I'm not weight training, I'm going to be doing a high intensity interval training. So I'm going to try and weight train 3 times a week. And I'm going to try and do high intensity interval training 3 times a week. And then I'm going to try and do some running. That's the goal, because I need to get my knee back into the motion of running so that this summer I can really be outside in the sunshine and enjoying myself when I go running. So what did I do? I made this grid. On this grid, each box is 3 centimeters. This grid took me 2 minutes to make. And also I had something on the back of it. I think this was, what the hell was this? This was a lesson plan that I did, a bunch of verbs. That's besides the point. You don't need much, that's the point. You just need an A4 piece of paper. I was like, okay, this one's on the counter in the kitchen, boom. I've been meaning to do this for a while, so now I'm gonna set myself a plan. I'm gonna hold myself accountable to this plan. And this is my grid, 3x3 boxes, there's 70 boxes. Okay, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 10 is 70, that's 70 days. That's what's up, 70 days. So, I don't start on day one. Day one is the time I take to get myself psyched up, to be like, boom, okay, I've begun my plan. Now, either I gotta do what I gotta do today to be like, you know what, now I can begin this plan and look ahead to the future and think, I'm ready to take this on. But today, like I said, I'm gonna exercise because I'm like, shit, yesterday I went hard, and today I'll probably go harder again. So I gotta sort that out. So I'm gonna do a little bit of exercise. Also, I need to it makes me feel good, like I said, that's why I do it. So whatever exercise it may be, it will, the end result is always, that was a good idea to exercise. It wasn't, what a retard for exercising, that was horrible. No, it's always a good idea. So, except if you break your leg. But we're not breaking our legs. So I got my 70 days. And it's a hard time now as well because I'm going to be traveling a lot. It's the summertime. What is it? The 7th, the 8th of June? It's the 8th of June. At the end of the month, I'm going to Madrid for 3 days, 4 days. And you can bet I'm not going to be exercising. I'm going to be eating. I'm going to be drinking. So that's also okay. I don't mind. I'll try and do a lot of walking. I'll try and be a little bit healthy. But what the hell is 4 days if prior to those 4 days, I had, let's see, it's the 8th, like I said, 20 days. I got 20 days to be healthy. Then I got 4 days to kind of ease off. I'm still going to be keeping a mental note. You know, these days don't disappear. I'm going to track them. I'm not going to take my list because this I'm going to stick on my wall right there. I'm going to have it right there. Boom. Why is it on my wall? Or here, or whatever, or somewhere visible. Somewhere where I'm always going to be seeing it. I need to see this every day because it needs to be a reminder. This is where you get motivated. This is where all my motivation is going to come from. Which way do you want to hold it? Like that, doesn't matter. When I start seeing the healthy chain being created, the day stacking on, few X's. When I have an X, that means I break the chain. That means I had 2 consecutive days of nonsense. That's how you break the chain. Because 1 doesn't matter. If you only do 1 every now and then, it's no problem. But if I do 1 healthy day, 1X, 1 healthy day, 1X, 1 healthy day, 1X, that's not good either. I need to have, in order to have an X occur, I need to have 4 boxes. I need to have chains of 5 basically. Right? So if I have if this is a tick, 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 well then this can be an X. But if this is a tick, this is a tick, this is an X, then this is a tick, this is a tick, and this is an X. That's not good because I'm messing up too much. When there's an X, so basically I'm gonna have to do another video on this to show you how it works. But you get the gist of it. If you do 1 unhealthy day, what happens is it becomes an O. You put an O down. It's like an orange light. But if you have 2 O's, 2 consecutive O's, then that becomes an X. Now, if you start seeing X's pop up everywhere, you have O's and X's, you know that there's a problem. You need to be seeing ticks. That's what I need to be seeing. And when I start building the chain, and then I see X's pop up, what happens is, then I have the clear idea of what I'm doing. I have a 100% clear view of if I'm actually putting in the work, putting in the effort, fulfilling the criteria, drinking the water, doing the exercise, which is steps depending on what the goal is. My objective is to exercise every day. Some other people might not. Like if I'm that guy who had I didn't even finish the story of that guy. If I'm 5 years out of the game, haven't eaten right, haven't exercised right, and I don't like exercise and I do like food, well then my situation has to be realistic in how I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to have to tell myself, okay, what I want to do is get control of my weight loss. I want to be in control of my body, and I don't want it to be dictated by my environment, because we're battling against our environment all the time. So I need to think, how am I going to sort this out and have it sustainable? Because I've tried those crash diets before. I've lost some weight, but then it always comes back on, so they don't work. I've tried drinking these detox teas. They didn't work. I've tried the pills, but I've read that you can die from these fat loss pills, so I don't want to die. What can I do? I'm sick and tired of being fat and feeling insecure and all of this. So the goal would be, okay, well then let's just start walking. Let's not remove anything. We're going to decrease all of the processed food. The criteria should be, I must cook all of my meals, because if I cook all of my meals, I know exactly what's going in my body. I know exactly what ingredients are coming into my body. So I can measure that, which is I can guarantee that if everyone started cooking, a lot of people would start losing weight. Thing is, we don't all have time to cook, so we have to try and figure it out. But if at least 2 of my meals in the day I cook, that third one, that will be fine. My main criteria, my main objective, if I'm this guy 5 years out the game, is to add water, minimum 2 to 3 liters a day of water, add minimum 10,000 steps a day, and add a minimum amount of vegetables and fruits in my day. The rest I have to try and decrease, but if I give in to them, it doesn't matter. The thing is, when we start drinking the water and eating the vegetables, that kind of fills us up. So it means that we're going to eat less of the other stuff, and that's where it comes into play. This is where the game starts to really take shape. By eating more of the good stuff, we're going to eat less of the bad stuff. So if we eat the bad stuff, at least we'll be full from the good stuff, which will make us eat less, which will kind of sort our calories out. Now, if our calories are sorted out and we're eating all of these healthy foods that are low in calories but keep us satiated, which means that we're going to be feeling full throughout the day, well, then we're winning. That's what's up. So then, at the end of the first 5 days, on the 6th day, I forgot to say, give yourself a break. I will give myself a break. What is giving myself a break? It means that I'm going to have a nice meal, a nice calorie-dense meal. I'm going to have like a chocolate bar, whatever. I'm going to have some crisps, whatever it is that I want, I'm going to have. I'm still going to fulfill the criteria, the little objectives of my days. Each day I got to be doing the steps, I got to be doing the fruit and veg, and I got to be doing the water. If I'm doing that, I'm cool. I'll have whatever it is that I want. That keeps the sanity going. So we build the 5 days. It's always in 5 days, like always sets of 5, because the weekend comes in and that messes us up. So we got to kind of anticipate the weekend. So always have the sets of 5. And look, alcohol and all of that. If I really want the best results, I know what to do. I just got to decrease the alcohol or be smart about my drinking. Maybe instead of drinking 5 liters of beer, I should maybe have, a third of a bottle of vodka. Think of it in that way. Maybe that sounds a bit alcoholic. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, the alcohol market is billions of dollars. So that means that billions of people are overindulging in alcohol all the time. It's a real thing. It's socially accepted. It's like the social glue. It's what the social lubricant. It's what makes people go out and enjoy themselves the nights out, and it's what makes the conversations interesting and also ridiculously retarded. But it's what we enjoy, so we can't knock it. And that's why it's like, okay, well, if you are going to drink, well, then maybe you should not drink a rum Coke, but just have a rum on the rocks. Or maybe have a vodka with fizzy water and a lemon. Tastes good, it's low in calories, it's what's up. I wouldn't really say to have a rum Diet Coke because aspartame is really bad for the health. There's a lot of studies that have shown that it causes cancer and a whole other host of crap. So those... It's just, we all have to take them into account. And, if you don't drink alcohol, then that's what's up. It's going to be a lot easier. But yeah, so you get through the first 5 days. 6th day, you give yourself a nice little meal, whatever it is. Then you get back on the horse, back on the wagon, the seventh day. But now we want progress. The guy hates the gym. I'm 5 years out the game. I haven't exercised in 5 years. I need to start going slow back into it. So what do? I increase my steps from 10,000 to 12,500. Nothing else changes. I do the water, I do the fruit, veg, and I have the 12,500 steps. Boom, get myself used to it. Managed to get through those 5 days, bam, excellent. Same thing happens with the meal, all good. Then, now it gets interesting. Third week, 15,000 steps, and I skip breakfast one of the 5 days. That's one of the criteria now. Why do I skip breakfast? Because if I'm eating constantly, and I know that it's like, I guess, general knowledge, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I don't know if that's true. Studies they don't really show that that's true either. Because our bodies are always working. When we eat, the body is working to process that food, to break it down, to turn it into energy for our body. So it's got to work really hard. If we're eating processed foods, it's got to work extra hard. If we're eating processed foods that are full of sugar, then we're getting this mental sugar dump in our bloodstream, which then creates an insulin dump, which is why we feel so good. Like we're going up, we're on a high after we eat all these high-dense foods, these calorie-dense foods. And then we have a crash, we go down because we get this insulin dump, which is to try and get all of the sugar out of our system. Because if we didn't have this insulin to save our lives, we would die. That's why diabetics have these issues, because they haven't got insulin in their body. It's not working anymore. Their pancreas isn't releasing the insulin. They've depleted that sucker. So now they need to inject themselves with insulin to get all of the sugar out of the bloodstream. So I got to think about this. If I'm always processing the food, my body is always working. It's not resting. So I need to give it a break. That's it. So that's why I need to have minimum of 16 hours without eating. That's it. So it's not that difficult. If I skip breakfast, it's not that hard. I just drink some coffee or drink some water. Nothing with sugar or milk or cream, nothing in it. No diet drinks, none of that, no juices, because they all contain sugar or chemicals. So just some tea or some water, or some fizzy water or some coffee. That's it. So my last meal, I'll have at 8 p.m. If I have at 8 p.m., it takes me about half an hour to eat. 8:30 p.m. rolls around, I finish my food. Then I brush my teeth and I floss, and I have a big glass of water next to me, because if I brush my teeth and floss after I've eaten, I'm for sure not going to eat after that, because then I have to brush my teeth again and all that nonsense. So if I do feel peckish during the evening when I'm watching TV, I can just drink the water and that will keep me feeling full. It will give me something to do, keep my hands busy. There's a whole bunch of things that having a glass of water next to you will do for you, because it's available. So when it's available, we're more likely to drink it. And then I go to sleep. So that's boom, 6, 7, 8 hours where I'm sleeping, I'm not eating, my body is really resting and repairing itself. That's the best part. When we're sleeping, that's where all of the good hormones and the reparation takes place, is in our sleep. If we're getting good sleep, that is. And then I wake up and I have some water again. Skip breakfast, so it gives me more time in the morning. I can sleep in a little bit longer if I like to. And then I go to work and I have coffee and I drink water or whatever it is that I want to drink. That's going to give me something to do. And then 12:30 rolls around and boom, I can eat. Now, this is great because we've given our body its time to repair itself. But the second bonus and benefit that comes from not eating for 16 hours is that, interestingly enough, our body starts using up the fat, all the sugar in the bloodstream. It starts using all of that up as energy. So then it depletes all of the sugar that's in the bloodstream. Then it goes into the muscle and tries to get all that glycogen, that stored sugar in the muscles. Takes all of that. And then once it's used up all of that, what does it turn to? It turns to our fat stores. It goes into our fat, takes that, converts it into energy, and that's what fuels us, turns it into ketones that then fuels our brain. It's like the food for the brain. So that's sugar basically that we need. And that's what it does with the fat. And that's why I kind of don't mind doing this once a week, twice a week, every day. It doesn't matter. I just got to get used to it. I got to get my mind around Not eating breakfast, that was the hardest thing because I used to always eat pancakes in the morning. I look forward to eating pancakes. Delicious, put loads of stuff on it, chocolate, peanut butter. It's amazing. And having it with coffee is delicious. But then I was like, okay, I can have that at 12:30, or I can have that as a treat on weekends or whatever it is. I'm actually going to make pancakes today after I finish this. Well, not this. After I go for my workout. Then I'm going to eat some pancakes. That's what's up. Really looking forward to that. But yeah, if I'm tapping into the fat reserves, which is exactly what we all want to be doing when we're trying to lose fat, well, then another good idea is to do as much walking as possible or movement as possible before I eat, because then I'm going to maximize how much fat I'm going to be tapping into, and that's key. So when I miss my breakfast, I'm going to walk a lot. I'm going to try and walk to work. I'm going to try and do a HIIT session. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing. For me personally, I'm doing HIIT sessions because the HIIT session, science again has shown that by doing 20 minutes of HIIT 3 times a week, you're going to be doing way more damage in terms of getting rid of fat than doing 30 minutes of cardio 3, 4, 5 times a week. They did 2 groups. They took 2 groups, 1 high intensity interval training group, 1 cardio group, and over the space, I think, was it 2 months or 1 month, they saw that, okay, both groups lost roughly the same amount of weight, but the weights were not the same because one group lost way more muscle than the other group and way less fat. And the group that lost way more muscle and way less fat was the cardio group. The other group, the high intensity interval training, packed on muscle and lost way more fat. So that's all I had to see. That's all I had to read. I'm going to link that study up and you can check it out. But this is just ridiculous. So things like that is what gets me excited. It's like, oh, that's like a little hack, something that I can incorporate. And 20 minutes, I got 20 minutes. I can do that. Like I can do that in the morning. I can do that whenever. 20 minutes, bam. You can do 15 or whatever. 20 minutes is kind of the magic number, I guess. 30 minutes is always good as well. But I'm going to use that to my advantage so that before I eat, I'm going to throw that in. So it's going to really maximize everything and then I eat. Okay, I do all of the steps to 12,500 steps. That's a must. But I eat. So these are tips. Basically, the point of all of this is to have a build-up over the 70 days because the grid here, it takes 66 days to build a habit. This grid is 70, so it allows room to slack a little bit. We're not trying to slack, but I'm going to see it. Once I've built this healthy chain, the habits is going to keep you motivated. It's going to be great. So it's building up each set of 5. I'm going to throw in something extra. But once you cannot always progress, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to change the workouts out. I'm going to see what's up. But if I'm that 5-year guy out of the game, I'm going to be trying to build up. You know, I'm not going to try and lose all the weight in 2 months. It's possible, but then you have to be willing to put in the work and you have to be willing to kind of deprive yourself of certain foods. You have to start really getting psychotic about it. And I don't think anyone wants to be a psycho about their lives, even though I said you have to be a bit of a psycho when it comes to your own health. That's if you want to get the best results. But if you just want to get control of your health over whether you're thin, fat, or chubby, or muscular, athletic looking, it's up to us. We are the ones that choose. We have to fight against all of the external factors that are trying to stop us and get us to consume the crap. But we're all smart enough. We all have brains. We all have phones that we can use, that we can actually figure out this stuff. It's not me in this video helping you. It's helping myself, that's for sure. Just talking about this, I'm getting hyped. I'm like, yeah, man. Let's see if I can sort this out. Let's see if there's going to be one big joke and that I can't build a healthy chain to save my life. Who knows? Lately, I've been slacking quite a lot. I've been giving into a lot of the things that have been presented to me, like tiramisus and biscuits and going for drinks and that. So I'm like, man, I need to sort my stuff out right now. I got to stop BSing. I got to stop it. See you later. And that's the issue right there. That's the main issue. I got to stop bullshitting. So I'm going to get my grid. I'm going to sort myself out and I'm going to stick to my plan and see if I can build a nice, long, healthy chain. I know previously that I've done 2 months without drinking alcohol, being vegan the first month and being vegetarian the second. So I know I can do it. That built amazing habits for me. But then I realized it was intense. So again, I was being too much of a psycho then, and I need to kind of be a little bit less of a psycho. But let's put it this way. If you let a child loose to do what that child wants to do, play as much as the child likes, eat as much as the child likes, and be as rude as the child chooses to be, I don't think the child is going to be disciplined. So that's why kids need to be disciplined by adults. They need their parents to be role models. And that's how the discipline comes in. If the parent is disciplined, the child is more likely to be disciplined as well. But if the parent's hardly ever there and the child is left to do what he or she chooses to do, well, then this is where obesity kicks in, crime kicks in, a whole bunch of crap kicks in. Because the child is then being influenced by the external world, television, their peer groups. And this is where the problem comes in. So that's why you need discipline. And that's why I'm saying we need to be psychos. We need to be a bit psychotic. That's where the discipline comes in. And then the other side is the child. We're all big kids at the end of the day. We're children. We just have to look to psychology to tell us that. Because we all regress to childhood. We have these fears in us. We have these irrational thoughts. We have all of this crap that's in our head. We all have problems. We all have... And the more and more people I meet and talk to, I realize that, Jesus, like, I have it easy. I have problems as well, but so does everyone else. And so that's why we need to kind of get a grip on our brain, and we need to get a grip on our actions, which is, the brain. We need to be strict. So we need to come to terms with that. But we also got to be realistic. If I'm a psycho and I deprive myself of everything, I'm going to snap at some point. And when I snap, it's not going to be pretty. I've done that before as well. I didn't eat crisps for like a year, and then one night I just lost the plot and went to town on crisps, and I felt sick. So, that's why in the case of the 5-year man who hasn't done anything, I'm not going to take all of the food away. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to increase everything else, all the healthy stuff. I'm going to start putting the healthy habits into my life. And then when it comes time, once I've fulfilled the 2 months, I'm going to see where I came from, because I'll have my picture that I took at the start, and I'll have my current status situation. The mirror will tell me. So if I'm looking at my day 1 picture and then day 70, I'm still the same, and I look back at my list and I have green ticks everywhere, you can bet that I'm a liar and that I'm bullshitting, and I'm just not really a serious person. I'm not serious about getting myself healthy. And that's the bottom line. And if that's the case, then I should really review myself and be like, what the hell kind of person am I? If I can't even hold myself accountable to myself to do something that I know is good for me, that will really change my life in the future, keep me healthy, confident, feeling happy, positive, good about myself, all of those good benefits, then what the hell am I doing? And if I'm lying to myself, I'm probably lying to everyone else, which is mental. And then I should go see a therapist because I'm fucked in the head. So that will be a good thing. Okay, so after those 2 months, this is where the real change starts happening. The change is going to be great after those 2 months. But then, as I said, 5 years out the game, no exercise, bad diet. Now I'm going to start building in some push-ups. Well, that will have come in previously. Week 4, maybe I'll do like a few push-ups, see where I am. Then week 5, a few more push-ups, a few more sets, squats, start planks, all of that. Because you need definition to lose weight. It's important. We need muscle mass, density. That's what we need. So if we have muscle mass, that creates definition. So it's a good sign. And so that's what I need to be doing. So that's what I'd be building up. And then I would do another grid. Like I said, A4 sheets of paper everywhere. I would do another grid, and then I would take it to the next level. And then I check back with the day 1 picture and month 4, and I see what's up. And then the motivation will just skyrocket. It will be amazing. And it costs nothing. 70 days. That's what's up. 70 days. A lot of damage can be done in 70 days. I'll tell you that for sure. 70 days, miracles can take place. Okay. Well, maybe I'll say miracles. Amazing stuff will take place. The miracle will be the motivation that's created to keep us going. That's the miracle, really. So, this is what it's all about. This grid. 3 centimeters by 3. Okay, this one here I think is 2 centimeters by 3 because It's 21 by, I can't remember how much. But yeah, it gives you 70 boxes. And then that's where it all begins, right? So this is gonna be stuck on my wall. I'm gonna tape it. I'm gonna set tape at my desk right now. Stuck at my wall because I'm at my desk every day. I'm at my desk every day. And I'm gonna see this every day. I wake up, come downstairs, I look at it, I'm like, fuck. I only got X's on the wall. That's not gonna happen, but I'll be like, okay, this is what's going on. If I've slacked, I need to build a chain. I need to be fulfilling the criteria. I need to be putting in the ticks. So I need to have my criteria written down as well. So I have my list, and then underneath, I will stick what I need to do. That way I can be like, yeah, done that, done that, done that, done that. Okay, boom, tick. If I haven't done it, then I put an O. So if I haven't fulfilled the steps, if I haven't fulfilled the water, if I haven't fulfilled my fruit and veg, then I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put an O. And if the following day the same thing has happened, boom, that's an X. And then the fear should kick in because I'm not doing what I should be doing. And the grid is telling me that. So I'm gonna set all of this up. I'm gonna stop talking now because I feel like I'm just going around in circles now. But am I though? Am I going around in circles? This is the most basic thing. Forget all of these health things that we see on social media everywhere. Health isn't that difficult at the end of the day. It's just about being clear in our minds what we want. If I want to have a model body, a fitness model body, then I will have to do what's necessary. And trust me, I tried to do that for a year, going hard, bodybuilding and everything. It was great. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I liked it a lot. It's just intense because you got to spend a lot of time in the gym. That was the only downside. But if you don't mind working out, then it's okay. And not everyone wants to be in the gym. But then I realized that even I spent so much time in the gym, the results weren't that mental. They were good, I'm happy with them, but they weren't that mental, to be honest. I didn't look like a fitness model, which is weird because I was like, I put a bloody whole year into this crap and these are the results. Okay, they're good, but there you go. And then my trainer was like, yeah, 3 years, give it 3. I'm like, fuck that, man. Like, okay, 3 years? Yes, okay, that's what's up. But then I have to bulk again. I have to eat the meals. I have to eat loads. I have to train hard. And all that takes time. And if that's the case, and you can do that, then that's what's up. But if you're trying to work and make other moves, then that's just not feasible. It's not doable. So yeah, I'm just trying to lean down at the moment. So that's my goal. What's your goal? If your goal is like mine, leave a comment down below. If you struggled with your weight before, leave a comment down below. Say what's up. I'm here to try and shed what I'm doing with this grid. I'm telling you, I think this is the key. It's not about trying to sprint here. Sprinting is what gets us injured. We'll pull a muscle and we'll be out the game. And then we fall back into negative habits. We want to build a habit. By building the habit, we got to jog every day, prepare for the marathon. And when we get to the marathon, we finish the marathon, then we can do whatever the hell we want because we're an experienced runner. So then we can sprint hills, we can sprint, we can go hard, we can do whatever we want. But first, we got to buy the running shoes. We got to get our shorts and t-shirt on and we got to go for a walk. That's the first thing. So let me know if this video was helpful, insightful, if this grid is interesting to you. I'm going to make a video and show you how to do it, but it's only 3 by 3 centimeters on an A4 piece of paper. Boom, you do that, 70 squares, 70 days. Takes 66 days to build a habit. In 66 days, you're going to see your body change. You got to take that picture. I'm going to take that picture from where I am now, and then I'm going to see where I'm at after the 70 days. Got to be real with myself. Got to be real with ourselves. And look, if we've got a community going and people are doing this together and everyone's whipping out the A4 sheets of paper and getting these grids and sticking them on their wall, all for free, costs you the price of a sheet of paper and the price of ink, and then the rest is up to us. We got to drink that water. We got to eat that veg, those fruits. We got to put in the steps. And then the rest is up to our own personal goals. How much work do we have to put in? Telling you, if we just do walking every day and we increase the walking and after dinner we go for walks and we throw in intermittent fasting, That's enough to just get a good baseline and to lose tons of weight. That's it. So leave a comment below if this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.